When it comes to messy Hollywood divorces, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's divorce has to be among the most toxic. But where did everything go so wrong? Let's begin. The pair met on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004. The chemistry between the two actors, who played a married couple who turned out to be assassins hired to kill each other, was said to be palpable. Brad was married to Jennifer at the time, making him one half of the most adored celebrity couple in a generation. He was the world's biggest movie star, and she was Rachel Green with good hair. Hollywood was obsessed and devoured every detail available. Angelina, who arrived with a wild image and described herself as having had a dark and dangerous youth, was introduced. She had been divorced twice before meeting Brad, first from British actor Johnny Lee Miller, and then from Billy Bob Thornton. During her marriage to Billy Bob, the couple adopted a child from Cambodia, Maddox, in March 2002, but divorced 3 months later. Brad and Jennifer announced their separation in 2005 after 7 years together, causing a tidal wave of speculation. The media and the internet whipped up a frenzied Team Jen versus Team Angelina rivalry, with brands even selling t-shirts to show their support. Angelina was portrayed as the mistress, but both have always maintained that their relationship began as an affair. She said, "To be intimate with a married man when my own father cheated on my mother is not something I could forgive," adding, "I could not look at myself in the morning if I did that. I wouldn't be attracted to a man who would cheat on his wife." Angelina confirmed to People in January 2006 that she was expecting the couple's first child. It was the first time she'd acknowledged their relationship in public. The pair then began rapidly assembling their rainbow family, as she referred to it. Brad adopted Maddox and Angelina's second child, Zahara, that same year. The surnames of both children were changed from Jolie to Jolie Pitt. In May 2006, Angelina gave birth to her daughter Shiloh Novelle in Namibia. Angelina adopted 3-year-old Pax Thien from a Vietnamese orphanage in spring of the following year, and Brad adopted Pax about a year later in the U.S. After 10 years together, they married in an intimate ceremony at their winery Chateau Miraval in France. Angelina wore Versace with a veil decorated with doodles by the couple's children. It was over 2 years later, Angelina filed for divorce in September 2006, citing irreconcilable differences. Following an incident on the family's private jet, the FBI and the Los Angeles Department of Children and Family Services confirmed they were investigating Brad for alleged child abuse. An anonymous source accused the actor of getting physical with one of his children. At the time, the details of exactly what happened were murky, according to TMZ. However, it was reported that Maddox intervened to verbally defend his mother during a fight with Brad, causing the latter to lose his cool. A source close to Brad told People he was drunk and there was an argument between him and Angelina. The actor hasn't made any comment about the allegations, but has been open about his drinking and drug use. In a May 2017 GQ interview, Brad revealed that he had quit drinking and smoking cannabis. He said, "I can't remember a day since I got out of college when I wasn't boozing or had a spliff or something. And I'm running from feelings. I stopped everything except boozing when I started my family. But even this last year, I was boozing too much." Brangelina had been wrangling over the split privately and quietly in California, but Angelina spoke out about the divorce for the first time in February 2017, saying, "We will get through this time and hopefully be a stronger family for it." According to court documents, Brad had failed to provide her with meaningful financial support since their divorce. He argued that he actually loaned her $8 million plus $1.3 million for bills. The following year, it was revealed that Angelina had granted Brad access to the children, but they were still negotiating a full settlement. In an interview with Vogue last year, Angelina said she split from Brad for the well-being of her family. Because Maddox is now 19 and thus an adult in the eyes of the law, court proceedings in Los Angeles over child custody for the 5 youngest children began in December 2020. Pax is now 17, Zahara is 16, Shiloh is 15, and Vivienne and Knox are 12 years old. In a preliminary ruling, Brad was granted joint custody of his children with Angelina. It took nearly 6 years and $1 million each for the couple to arrive at this point, and they haven't even begun to divide their combined assets, which include the French vineyard and estate Chateau Miraval, which they purchased for $60 million. In an additional twist, Brad is now suing his ex-wife for allegedly selling her stake in their co-owned vineyard without his knowledge to a Luxembourg-based spirits manufacturer controlled by Russian oligarch Yuri Shefler. Angelina's 2016 FBI complaint against her then-husband was leaked in August 2022. She informed authorities that Brad had become violent on a private jet flight from southern France to Los Angeles. According to the actress, Brad yelled at her, grabbed her by the head, shook her, pushed her onto the bedroom wall, and punched the plane's ceiling. He also poured beer on her. She claimed Brad abused their eldest son Maddox physically. At the time, he denied the allegations, and the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services determined that he did not physically abuse any of his children. The FBI also cleared him.